Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. It is Austin Reed, aka Brandon Ross, with another episode of Reading the Script. In this episode, I am here with a one-of-a-kind character, a once-in-a-lifetime Kaw character. He is a former YWF X Elite champion, and he is one-third of the current COH Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Jay Krack. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Ladies, please calm down. Control yourselves.
They're all fangirling. They all want your dick. Moving
Oh,
on.
yes, we should. We should.
Well, indeed. First things first. The infamous promo in YWF. The promo of the season. The man who fucked his belt.
Yes.
Let's talk about that belt porn promo, Jay. Whose idea was it, and how did that come about?
Okay. Let me explain first. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of belts. I am. I love championship belts. I love design. To me, they're art to me. They're art, and I love it so much. I have a replica myself, and I always posing it in the mirror with it. So because it's a belt, it's beautiful. Now I on multiple occasions explained my love for belt on Facebook, and our Lord and Savior of the YWF Chronics sees this and he goes, "Dude, I see you like belts, and your character, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. Why don't you do a belt porn?" And I'm here, and I'm thinking to myself, by God, that is genius. I am going to do that. I'm going to fuck a belt. Okay.
Find that on Pornhub.
You can't find it on Pornhub at all. If you do, then my life is over. Alright, so here's what I did. I had boxers on, so I wasn't really fucking it because that would feel really, really uncomfortable.
Be pretty rough.
It'll be pretty rough. It wouldn't feel nice at all. It wouldn't be, all soft. Nope. It'll be very, very uncomfortable. And I might get some weird STD, like leatheritis, whatever. I don't know. So, I got a boxer. I had a condom on. Well, I'd have it on. Okay, I had a condom. I ripped it open. I got lotion. I squirted lotion into the condom, right? And I said, I got my webcam, and I recorded the stuff. I started doing it. And of course I did my thing. I go, yeah, I'm fucking the belt. I whipped out the condom, I snipped it. Oh yeah, the good stink, all the good stuff. And then I put it on the YWF, and people loved it.
I loved it myself.
I remember after I posted, I was getting PM after PM by all my friends. I remember Paul Morris, aka I forgot his name. My God,
Mike McGregor.
Mike McGregor. Yeah. Oh, my brain's all fried up right now. I don't know why. Mike McGregor. He PM'd me, dude. What was that? I'm like, that was a J-Crack promo. Or he said nothing else. Our good friend Ryan Carroll, from what I heard, saw it and it started screaming. AJ laughed, Socko laughed, Cash laughed. They loved it. And I'm like, I am over in the YWF.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were screaming as loud as that belt when you were giving it that hard dick.
That hard Asian dick. Oh yeah, it was screaming over and over again, and that really, believe it or not, that made me really important in the YWF. That pretty much pushed me to limits in the YWF. It really did.
Indeed. Now, moving on to a more serious topic, you've had a pretty solid feud with Daniel Mars, but behind the scenes, I know there's some personal beef. Could you address that personal beef and the whole Daniel Mars situation?
The beef, I don't want to call it beef, but there is tension there.
Right.
I don't hate David. I don't. I think he's a good guy. I really do. But I have such little respect for him. I truly do. If people who are hearing this, they probably wouldn't know about the history between me and David. To me, David is a floor mat.
Now, moving on to the next topic, Jay, you are having quite the feud with X Elite champion Daniel Mars. Now, as good as this feud is from what I've heard, there is a little bit of backstage beef and tension between yourself and Dana Mars. Can you please talk about that a little bit more?
The beef is I don't know how to describe it. Like I wouldn't consider it beef, but like there is some big tension there between me and him because in the past before Claw, I wasn't exactly what you call the biggest David Betts fan at all. I had very little respect. I still do to this day, especially what happened recently. I have very, very little respect for David Betts as a human being and as a man. I might as well just shoot and embarrass him yet again, like I always
Go
do.
ahead. It's a shoot interview. Say
Okay,
whatever
then.
you want.
David, he's a nice guy, but he has no spine,
Right.
and he's a hypocrite. Let me tell you a story about David Betts. Now, David is a very, very big Nate ass kisser. Like he worshipped Nate, despite the fact that he's older than Nate, and like a lot of his opinion would change. Like let's say, oh, he's a big Daniel Bryan fan, but then Nate would go, I hate Daniel Bryan. Then Dave would go, yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, Daniel Bryan's not that over. The chants are, all that shit. I'm like, you fucking tool, and like he lets people younger than him completely walk all over him. Like we had a mutual friend named Brandon, and David and Brandon, not you,
I was gonna say.
um, like they were arguing, and Brandon was going hard on David, like he was bringing up his girlfriend, all this stuff. And what does David do? He doesn't go back at him. He says this. Well, you know what, Brandon? Even though I disagree, I respect your opinion,
Oh, come
and
on, dude. That's
you,
your girlfriend. Say something.
I respect your opinion, and I hope one day you find someone like my girlfriend, and you see why why I love her. It's not about the size, it's about the heart. And I'm like, you're fucking soft. I'm like, it's like holy shit, I'm talking to Drake. It's so sad. It's like, oh, you have no spine, and you know what? Right now, Levi is recording this, and I'm guarantee you, he's laughing his ass off right now. 'Cause everything I say makes Levi laugh.
So, yeah, now I think I get it more. But moving on to COH. You have recently become 1/3 of the tag team champions, the Egotistical Bastards. Now, you were in a pretty successful team in the Unwanted Masses with Max Youngblood, or now as he is known, Youngblood. Um, whose idea was it for you to move to the Bastards? Because in my opinion, I thought that you and Max could have been successful, but in reality, you were the one carrying the load of the team. Like, I got the pleasure to work with you, and so did Levi. That feud between Rap Metal and Unwanted Masses is absolutely legendary. But it was pretty apparent that you were carrying the weight of the team. Whose idea was it for you to go to the Bastards and team up with them?
It was mine, not because I didn't like teaming up with Max, but because I believe that we could have worked so much better if we feuded. In my opinion, we
Right.
could have worked so much better. And I don't want to say I carried it because I did give Max advice, say, maybe you should do this and do that. And but people did say that, oh, Jay, you're the one who's carrying it, all that stuff. And I'm like, I don't know, because Max does put in work into the on what a Max does. He does make posts, he does make promos, he does put in work. But I wanted to feud Max instead of do a tag team
Right.
when it all started. I wanted to feud with Max because we're two completely different characters. We don't blend at all as a
Yeah.
team, in my opinion. And I thought maybe we it was better if we feuded. And as you see right now, it's so much better because we're feuding.
Yeah. Now, on the topic of the Unwanted Masses, in my opinion, I think in your opinion, I don't want to toot my own horn or toot your horn. I'm just going to speak for everyone in Caw. The Unwanted Masses versus Rap Metal. One of the best, one of my favorite feuds I've ever worked in, and one of the best tag team feuds I've ever seen. And how about, since we were both in it, how about you talk about, how that feud differs from the feud with Egotistical Bastards and Rap Metal? What are the differences between the two?
The Unwanted Masses. It were two teams trying to be the best tag team, trying to want no, not just that, not just we're trying to be the best tag team. There was like this jealousy from the unwanted masses towards rap metal, storyline wise, that like, we're better than you. Why are we, why did we lose? Do or die, which
Right.
should come back, Travis. And I was that like, oh, we're better. How come, fucking Matt Barnes get the contract, all that shit,
Yeah, and I came in and I still didn't win.
yeah, and you still do, and you didn't win at all. You came in like, okay, not cool. So, and what makes it different, and what different from ego and rap metal right now is, I don't know how to describe it. I won't say who's the better tag team. More like the feud between the rap metal and one masses just evolved into ego versus rap metal,
Right.
and it's basically ego reigning over the tag team division. We're running a havoc here,
Hmm.
and the tag team division needs a hero, which is you, Maddie, and Owie. Yes, I'm gonna call you that now. And it's basically, oh crap, where are the heroes? Oh look, rap metal, please save us, save the tag team division. Help, help, help. And that's basically what it is.
Hmm.
It's the hero trying to fight the villain.
Right.
While ego and rap, no, not ego, rap metal and the unwanted message was basically a battle of respect and pretty much to see who's the better tag team and who's the better star.
Right. And on top of that, I'd like to add, this is for the tag titles. The first one's just because I hate you, I'm jealous of you, I'm gonna beat your ass. This is more like, I want to be the best team and I want to be the champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's also a big difference in my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Right, now moving on. This is a bit of an interesting topic for a few people. It's been talked about. I know me and you have spoken about it plenty of times. Every car owner that I think we've both had at the same time, I think we've discussed it with them. A Jay versus Austin feud. In your in your opinion, what would happen and what would be the outcome if that happened? And I'll give my input as well, but I want to hear from you yourself what would happen if there was a Jay versus Austin feud.
Again, you're one of the guys that I really wanted to feud it with, and because we work as we see right now, we work so well together,
Right.
and we both play good heels.
Hmm.
Now, I don't know who's gonna be the face or the heel. In my opinion, you'll be the face because you're better as a face than I am. I tried
Right.
being a face for a call fed. It felt weird. I couldn't be nice. It felt nice. It felt weird being nice. It felt weird being all happy and lucky, going, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat you, but I respect you." I couldn't do that. No, I could. J Crack, the character J Crack cannot be positive or a face. I will have to completely make a different character in order to do that, though.
Hmm.
And maybe a different coffee could do that. I could make a new character, and you could be whoever you want to be.
Yeah.
But if we're doing in COH, clearly I have to be the heel,
Hmm.
and you have to be the face.
Yeah.
And how it starts, I wouldn't know because I don't know. I wouldn't do a respect storyline yet again because that'll be overdone.
Yeah.
It should probably be over a title.
Yeah, definitely.
But also we should incorporate that fact that there's history between us that will make it much
Hmm.
more deeper. It should be over a title, and and what I wanted to do for like a long time is just basically an any fed basically be more devious. Just it's vicious, delicious, also devious. I want to be more devious in this feud if I
Yeah.
can, if it does happen, and just basically torture you and basically ruin your life. Like right now, what MRC is doing to Goonie,
Yeah.
but a little differently.
Hmm.
Not as sadistic, but it's a little differently.
Still pretty fucked up.
Still pretty fucked up. I doubt you murdered anyone, unlike Goonie.
No, no, not yet.
Oh, not yet. No. Or what we know of.
Right.
But yeah, so it's gonna be a personal feud. At the same time, it's gonna be about the title.
Yeah.
And I think that you should be the champion at that time if we are feuding. Should be We switch the title back and forth, but at the end, you regain the title and you're standing over me
Mm,
because it's perfect. The heel who's ruining this man's life is completely destroying it. Should fall and pretty much lose to the hero so he could come up on top.
right.
It's generic but perfect.
Right. And another thing I'd like to add is, like, even if we're doing a serious feud, it's gonna be a lot of funny fucking segments in here.
Oh god.
Somewhere in there's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
some comic
do a
book
bunch
shit.
of low blows. I am.
Yeah, and I'll low blow back.
Oh,
But that's definitely. I think in any cough fed, say now that I'm face, maybe some. I doubt it, but it would work if it was Austin Reed versus Jay Crack and YWF.
oh,
Um, Definitely Brandon Ross, Jay Crack, and COH.
I definitely wanted to go solo in White Buff for a while now.
Right. And you will at some point, and like obviously I don't know if you know your plans, and if you do, then you don't need to spoil anything. I don't expect you to, but I do see an internet title run coming for Jay Crack somewhere in the future. That's my prediction.
I get that a lot from a lot of callers.
Yeah, there's
like
gonna.
I see a world title run in your future, and I'm like, you say this now.
Yeah,
You
like
say it now.
there's definitely an internet title run coming for Jay Crack in the future. I can guarantee it. I'll bet my cock career on it. But moving on. Speaking of mayhem, with the greatest commentator in all of car wrestling, Kerry Perry.
Carry. I'm a mark for Carry. I'm a mark for Chronic's period.
Right.
The biggest mark.
Yeah, I am too. And Kerry Perry, I just think is perfect for someone like Austin Reed, and he's helped me so much in my COD career. What are your thoughts on Kerry Perry, and how do you think he helped you get over, like how he got so many other people over, such as
Oh,
myself and Mike
what
McGregor and
makes
many others?
Carrie Perry so great as a commentator is this. He's not being mutual at all.
Yeah,
He's a face commentator and he's cheering for the face at the same time. He's saying like that the heels. Oh, he's awful. He did this. He did that. What a scumbag. That's what makes him a great commentator.
yeah,
Because he has a role and he sticks to it. He's not being mutual. I'm not saying if you're a commentator, you're terrible. No, look at Travis. He's a great commentator. But Kerry Perry, Travis, I love you, and every other announcer, Kerry Perry blows all you out the water.
yep.
Not just because his mic is amazing, but he does a great job being a commentator.
Hmm. And the whole gay agenda type thing, I think it's helped him. How can you hate a gay commentator?
And the best part is it's not overblown.
Yeah,
It's not being overblown. It's more like, yes, I'm gay, I'm proud to be gay. It's like that.
yeah,
Unless you're gonna count the IWA run.
yeah. That was very overdone. Like you could tell he was ready to take that dick in the ring. Like you could
Yes, he
tell
was.
he was excited too.
But then again, it was a Jason Collins fed, so clearly he was over the top for a reason.
Yeah, and someone like myself, I like when we had our little feud in our match. I let everyone know he was gay every single week, and every single week he just keep making me look even worse. Like I do my job, but I owe my career to Kerry Perry. I really, really do, because every time I made some remark, he'd make it seem a million times worse. This homophobic prick. All right, how can you like someone who's homophobic? Like, if it wasn't for Kerry Perry, I don't think there'd be an Austin Reed, and Mayhem would just not be the same.
Oh,
And
and
and you're another one of those people who he's put over greatly as well, along with your amazing job of putting yourself over. But Kerry Perry just pushes you to the limit as far as a heel.
I don't think like Carrie. I wouldn't be considered a sickening heel in the YWF without Carrie. I wouldn't.
Right.
I run in WWF to Carrie Perry for like pretty much make people know. Oh yeah, he's goofy, he's funny and all, but still, he's an awful human being. And I thank him for that. I
Yeah.
do.
Hmm. Like the first night or the first show I had in YWF, he came up with this genius story about me. Mind you, I sucked back then, dude. I could not cut a promo back then. My character wasn't wasn't what it should have been. Like I just didn't have my shit together. But he
You
made
lick
me look.
knives. You lick knives.
That's a different character, you son of a bitch.
Has he brought up? It has he brought up. We'll talk about that later. Go on.
All right, whatever. But I just didn't know shit, and like he comes up with the story to make me look like a mega heel. He said like YWF was doing signings for people with backstage passes, and he's like, some little kid went up to Austin Reed and he ripped up his autograph book and he spat in his face. What a despicable human being! I went, holy shit! I feel like a mega heel right now, and I can't cut a promo. Like that's Kerry Perry.
That's beautiful. That's
And
beautiful.
like he again, Chronics. I hope I'm not breaking kayfabe, but I think everyone knows at this
He
point.
he revealed it already.
It's my damn show, anyways. But Chronics, Kerry Perry. If he likes you, he is not going to be afraid to give you something. Like my internet title run, even though I'll say this, it was very last minute. I wasn't even supposed to be on Mayhem that season. I was supposed to be on Explosion, feuding for the U.S. title with the Patriot. He kept me on Mayhem, and he gave me the internet title. And as last minute as that was, he ran with it, and we put on this great feud. And I think your X Elite title run looked even better with Kerry Perry on commentary.
Oh yeah, it really did. And as for Chronics, I am praying and hoping, and every night I pray to the call gods that 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 Carrie Perry or Chronix just goes to COH and does something.
Yeah,
I want him to. I am praying so hard because again, he's just so good,
I
and I
thought he
hate
was coming at the Rumble.
and I hate it when there's like a guy who's so good, but he's just for that cost show. Like
Yeah, like Alex Enterprise, COH only.
again, yeah, COH only. No, at least he's an AWF and stuff like that.
True,
But
but he wouldn't come to YWF.
I want him to like Mocha Bane, Chronix. Oh, if they came to COH, I would love it. Or a guy from WCW, Von Hollywood. He wasn't COH, but if he came back and he did promos, all that stuff, I would mark out.
Right. Like, and I think that like with the main event, like COH and YWF both have very, very solid main event rosters. I think we could both agree on that.
Oh, we do, we do.
And just for them two to go into COH, it's just amazing. Like the roster, the main event scene would just be off the charts. But at the same time, in my opinion, I don't know where they'd be in the mix. Like I don't want guys as good as them to just get lost. Excuse me, to get lost in the mix.
I hope not. Because
Um,
they're so good. They could be a tag team.
they could be a tag team. Shit, that. God, and
I I
COH
would
does
make
have
a
very good tag team division. That'd just be huge.
I would make a promo out of character, squealing like a little girl, dancing, all that good shit. If I saw Chronic and Logo Vin in COH, or if I saw an Alex or Justin Bateman in YWF,
Right.
I would I would dance, skip, whatever. I don't care. Sing to the moon. I would I would just show how happy I am.
Right. Now, moving on, staying on the Mayhem topic. Mayhem, there was a recent YWF draft, as everyone knows. Explosion, for some odd reason, just kept getting the stars. Like Mike McGregor, myself, all these guys went to Explosion, but Mayhem did not really get anyone in return. They got Jonathan Justice and I think Kenny Passion. The rest was just like, where's the main event scene? So, in your opinion, like other than AM Punk, and I think, in my opinion, I think Anthony Ace is going to wind up coming to the main event scene, and I can see him with an internet title run. But in your opinion, season 5 on Mayhem, who's going to shine?
Fuck, I have to go back to the page now. Shit. I forgot who's on the damn roster. Oh god damn! I should have. Why is my browser closed? Why did I close the browser? This is embarrassing. You know what? You on your browser right now? On your browser, whatever? Are you?
What do you want me to just read it off to you?
I hope so, because right now my browser is being a. Oh wait, no, there we go. Okay, what? Facebook. Wow, this podcast is going so great. Way to go, Jay. You're unprepared. You don't know the entire roster. I'm sorry. I don't even know. Like I don't I'm in a lot of shows, okay? And I don't even know half the roster in COH.
Dude,
I
the COH roster is just too fucking big to remember. Like, I know the main guys, I know the people I'm feuding with. That's about it.
it's like I know my friends are in here.
Yeah,
What
and
the?
and my friends too. Like if they're guys who aren't in the main event scene, I'm not feuding with them, and I'm friends with them. I know them, but I don't know any of the jobbers. I know a few of the jobbers because they suck, but but I just don't know shit on that roster. It's too damn big.
Okay, let's see. Explosion. I hope he updated it.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
All right, for Explosion. Okay, on Mayhem, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
who's
Who
gonna
do I?
shine season 5 for Mayhem?
Damn. Fisk.
Fisk.
Fisk. If things go this way, he could do it. Again, I don't want to sound cocky. Me,
You are.
Dan- Daniel Mars, and damn, I just want. Wow, we got raped.
Yeah, it was not fair at all, in my
We got
opinion.
raped. Oh
And if you
crap.
look at the Explosion roster, ugh,
So we got AM Punk. So far, AM Punk's the only guy.
yeah, the only.
The only main eventer. Beautiful.
Yeah, I thought since I was going, I was like, all right, they might get Seth, they might get Seth McInerney in return. They didn't get nobody. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, the only guy I see is Fisk. Me. Again, I don't want to sound cocky, but that's about it. Jonathan
Yeah,
Justice? No, nope, not yet, not yet. If he
man,
miss,
man, I'm saying Mudflap Jennings is gonna shine, but
oh, maybe.
I think Mudflap Jennings is gonna do just fine. So is that all the people I see shining? You and Fisk?
Daniel Mars too. Daniel
Daniel
Mars.
Mars. All right.
Yeah.
Now staying on the YWF topic, Mocha Bane just recently won the YW, not just recently, but the last TV, he just won the YWF championship. I think he's going to have a pretty solid run. Who would you say are the next people in line to win that title?
Okay then.
Like, give me the next few people, in your opinion, who you see winning that title.
Can it be a former or a new champion?
Just anyone who you think is going to win that title after Mocha Bane.
Steve Nemesis, Seth McInerney, Levi. Yes, Levi, I'm putting you over. The one time I will. Oh, and Amazing Punk. Amazing Punk.
Of course.
Of course, wherever he goes, he's gonna win the title.
So you see Seth winning twice.
Yes, I do. I do see it winning twice.
So Steve, Seth, Levi, and the one and only Amazing Punk.
Oh, there's someone else I see. You, young man.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, why thank you. I hope to win it sometime soon. Wow, you are putting everyone over, aren't you, Jay?
I must.
Now, moving on, you also have a character called Jason Cade. Now, how do you say that character differs from Jay Krack?
Jason Cade. At first, it was just me with a different name,
Right.
but Jason Cade right now in FSW, which should check out. If I find the link, I'll link it, which I won't.
Which I'm also a part of.
Yes, Jason Cade is a completely different character, and I'm glad I'm doing Jason Cade because Jason Cade is a occultist. He's a cult member. He's a lot more darker, believe it or not, than J Crack is.
Mm-hmm.
Far more darker. And he keeps talking about him and who and all about him, all for he. You know, this guy who he's talking about, who he will not name. And at the same time, I want to show that I'm a follower. At the same time, I'm better than you. That's
Right.
what makes JK different from J Crack. He's
Mm-hmm.
just darker, and he's a follower.
Right. Now, I don't know as much about that character, so I don't know if there's any comedy involved, like how there is with Jay Crack, or if he's just I'm better than you, like kind of like Straight Edge Society CM Punk.
There'll be zero comedy. We're gonna
Zero.
Zero. He's just gonna be all serious.
Right. Now, moving on with the last question here, you haven't had the longest COD career yet, but you've made such a name for yourself. Aside from your legendary promos, what do you say are some of your best matches in all of CAW? And I'd run down mine as well once you're done.
Here's the thing: when it comes to matches, it all depends on the storyline.
Right.
And so far, some of my best matches came from my storyline with David and FTC and YWF.
Hmm.
Because it's this storyline where it's like, oh, we're beating the crap out of each other and we don't like whatsoever. Okay,
Hmm.
when it comes to matches for Call, I depend all on the storyline. Like like the match in any call can have like any like a big spot fest, it could be that, and I'll still find it boring.
Right.
But if it's a story involved, I got, oh my god, that match was epic. And I
We,
say the only great match I had in my call career, get it,
yeah,
career,
career, very
yes,
funny.
yes, haha, hilarious. It has to be with David Benz, aka David Starr, and FTC. It's super hardcore match, and we just beat the crap out of each other. To me, that was my best match, in my opinion.
Nice. Now, if I were to bounce off what you just said, I think the best match I've ever had in YWF, not because I won the internet title, because I thought the match was just awesome. It was myself and Capital Dude for the internet title at the Super Show. Barely any story. I got in the match by winning a fucking poll on the YWF Facebook page because I was voted the most to face Capital Dude for the internet title. So I won that, and then the only real thing that was behind it, if you were on the page at that time, we were just going back with meme wars, just posting our own memes. Like the first one I did was a guy sleeping on his computer, and the caption said, "Me watching a Capital Dude promo." That it just built off of that. So we were strictly going off of comedy and memes for about 3 days, not even. And then we have this amazing match, and I win the internet title. But if you want the best call match I've ever been in one-on-one, I think I think you've seen it because you were part of the tournament. But the final match that I had with Matt Barnes or Levi in the
Okay,
finals for
yeah.
Do or
Oh,
Die,
that was a good match. I
that
enjoyed that match.
very, very entertaining. So many close calls, and there were so many times where me and Levi were watching that. I was like, "Yes, it's over! It's over! No, he kicked out, or oh, he reversed it." Such an intense match. And me and Levi talk about how we still talk about how lucky we were that and how good that match turned out. Um, I've also enjoyed the Rap Metal Unwanted Masses matches. I think there were about 2 or 3 of those. I enjoyed those. The first one I thought was very good, very very good. Um,
I think there's 3 matches.
yeah, there's 3 because I know that we won one, you guys won 2. Um, but the best tag match I think I had in COH was Rap Metal against NATO. Again, very intense, long, intense. I just said intense. What the fuck is wrong with me? Long, intense, and just awesome, epic match. And Levi still brags to this day that he pinned Zane LaFontaine. Bitch, that is gamer's luck. Shut the fuck up.
Well, then, if we're gonna do that, I'm the one who broke the undefeated streak of the unbreakable Matt Barnes.
And I guess there was 4 matches that we're forgetting. Or yeah, there's one more match we're forgetting from Unwanted Masses and Rap Metal. I guess it was on like a battleground or something because you guys beat us on both the CPVs.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I can't. Damn.
Um, but yeah, I enjoyed those, and I think my second match with AM Punk, the one that I won, was probably the best. The last one sucked, which I hate saying because we main evented the show, and it was for the title, and it was the double turn. But that match really, really sucked. It was like 3 minutes. It was very sloppy. It just was not good. Um, the first one, I loved the intensity. I loved the big match feel of that match, big hype feel of that match. I'm not sure if you've seen that, Jay, but it was really big because I used a new theme song just for that one night. It was "Hate Me Now" by Nas. Then AM Punk came out with his special theme song and his shirt. I said Austin sucks on it because I've been wearing Punk Fears Austin for the longest time. So it had that big match feel to it, but again, too damn short.
Then that's my biggest complaint about WWF lately.
Yeah,
Everything's been too short. It feels rushed,
definitely.
which is weird because before you did all of this, Marco put in so much work in WWF. I'm gonna say he's putting in less work, but they're all short now. It seems so rushed.
Yeah, and I actually spoke to Steve accuracy, if you guys don't know, but you guys do know because he was just on the show. But I spoke to Steve about it because he's a part of both YWF and COH. He even said that was the biggest downfall of YWF was the short matches. Like COH actually has some really good storytelling matches, like the triple threat when Alex won the title. That match was storytelling.
And I don't know, like maybe because he's been busy lately. Like both, I can tell they've both been busy, very busy lately with their personal lives.
Right.
Especially Chronix because he's been MIA for a while now, which saddens me.
Right. But the best match I think I've had, just to top it off, me and Matt Barnes in the finals of Do or Die. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Reading the Script, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with the one and only Jay Krack. Thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Reading the Script. It will be up soon. But as for now, this is Austin Reed, aka Brandon Ross, and Jay Krack saying peace out.
And don't do drugs and always love your mothers. Peace.